welcome. My name's Hannah and in today's video I'm going to be doing a full face of NYX Cosmetics. I really like NYX Cosmetics, so a lot of this stuff I already had in my collection, but I do have a few new things to try as well. We've got a lot to get through, so sit back, relax, grab a snack, and let's get into the video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is put on a primer, and I have to say I really like NYX primers. I'm going to be putting on the Bear With Me Daily Moisturizing Primer today, which I used in my last video and I have been using frequently since. But I also have quite a few other ones. I've got the Bear With Me Radiant Perfecting Primer, which is very nice, the Honey Dew Me Up Primer, which is really nice, the NYX Bear With Me Hydrating Jelly Primer. Everything has worn off, so you know I love this one because you can't actually tell what it is anymore. And I also have the Hydra Touch Primer, which I think looks a little bit different to this now, but all really great. They are slightly more expensive for a drugstore primer, but I found that they're worth it. I'm gonna put a few drops of this one on just to make sure I'm getting enough SPF protection. There we are, gorgeous, glowy, lovely, everyday primer. Really love this one. And I am also going to put on some lip balm. I'm going to do the #ThisIsEverything lip loving balm, and I really like this one as well. I have this on my bedside table usually to put on right before I go to bed. While this primer is sinking into my skin, I think I'm going to move on to the eyes, and I do have something new to put onto the eyes, and that is the Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. This one looks quite different. Apparently it is supposed to turn all of your eyeshadows into waterproof eyeshadows, which is quite exciting. Apparently you just put a little bit onto the lid, tap it in, and leave it to dry for a minute, and then go on top with shadows. So while that dries down, we'll talk about eyeshadows. So I do have a few eyeshadow palettes from NYX already, and I do really like them. I have this NYX Ultimate palette in Brights. I also have it in Warm Neutrals, which is a really great palette for the autumn time. I also have the Love You So Mochi palette. The shimmers in this are lovely, and they have this really unusual texture to them, which is kind of almost like a cream. Yeah, gorgeous shades. But the palette that I'm going to be using today is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette in the shade Phoenix, and I got this recently, haven't cracked into it yet because I wanted to use it for this video. And I got this because it's got all of these lovely like reddy and green shades in it, which are supposed to really bring out the green in your eyes, and I don't have a palette like this, so I thought, why not? This video gave me an excuse to buy it. Okay, so got shadow on this already because I didn't clean my finger. So that's what it looks like on the inside, and actually these are brighter than I thought they were going to be, which is no bad thing. Gosh, what do I want to do? Let's swatch a couple first, shall we? So let's do this like bright pink here, this bright orange, this like greeny yellow color, and this one down at the bottom looks really nice as well. Bright pink, bright orange. That's coming off more as gold, but that's really nice. And that one there is kind of a browny, greeny black color, which is nice. What am I gonna do? The first color I'm gonna go in with is this one here, and I'm just gonna get a fluffy brush, which actually is a NYX brush, and this is one of my favorite crease brushes, and I'm just gonna put that into the crease. Okay, so that eyeshadow primer is definitely helping that shadow stick. And that is coming off quite bright on the lid. Really nice. Okay, let's do the other eye. The eyeshadow is not my strongest suit, but giving it a go. Just gonna pop this color on the lower lash line as well, very carefully. Although I don't know why I'm doing that because I haven't got concealer on yet. That's fine. That just means we can clean it up with concealer in a bit. Okay, this is definitely bolder than I usually go, but it's no bad thing. It's no bad thing. I'm gonna just like swatch this yellow and this like champagne-y shade. The yellow probably needs some building up. I think I want to pop just like the tiniest bit of purple into the outer corner there, and I think I'm going to use this shade here. What I want to do is put yellow on the inner corner and then blend that into the goldy green shade, because that seems fun and different, and makeup is about being fun and experimenting. Actually, that's much more pigmented on the eye than I thought it would be, which is great. I really like that. I really like that. I'm just doing it a tiny bit under, making sure you can see it here. And then I'm gonna get a flat brush and pop this yellowy gold green shade. Is it green? It's just like a yellowy gold all over the lid. Yes. I think I might go in my finger and just see if we can make this really metallic. Yeah. That is very nice. Clean blending brush and just make sure that the edges are all sorted. And that is really nice. I really like this palette. This is a really nice palette because it's got so many colors in here that I just don't have elsewhere, and it's forced me to be a lot more creative than I usually would be, and I really like that. And this gold shade here is a really unique yellowy green gold that I just haven't really seen elsewhere, and that's so nice. Yeah, I really like this. I'm gonna go in with concealer just to clean this up and then go on top with foundation. And I have a couple of concealers from NYX. I have the Can't Stop or Won't Stop concealers, and I also have the Born to Glow concealer here. I think what I'm going to do is go under the eye with these because they're a little bit more full coverage, and then go onto the face on the spots I have here with this one. I mean, these also might be a bit too light for me. Maybe this is why I don't use these very often. I'll put it on, we can always deepen it up. This is the shade Light Ivory, by the way. That's nice actually. I don't know why I don't reach for that more often. And then I'm just quickly going to use the brush I used before, just to make sure we haven't lost any colour under the eyes. How's that looking? Does it look right? You can't answer me, but I'm gonna go with yes. Yes, it does. So next up, foundation. I don't know what is wrong with me. I cannot remember the words for anything. I have the Born to Glow Naturally Radiant Foundation, and I have it in the shade Alabaster. I really like this. This is a really lovely medium coverage natural foundation, and it just looks really nice on the skin. So I'm gonna go in with my sponge and just put that all over. I'm gonna go into the Born to Glow concealer, and I'm just gonna pop that over where I had my spots. So here, here, got a couple up here, and then I am gonna work it in with my finger under the eyes just to try and blend in the foundation and the concealer a little bit more. I think that's looking really nice. We're going to go in with the eyebrows, and I have definitely talked about this before on my channel, but I'm going to go in with the NYX Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Blonde, and then I'm going to go in with the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel on top. And then I'm going to go in with the eyebrow gel and just make sure that all the hairs are pointing the way that I want them to. I think they're looking fine. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with some cheek products, because I have some more creams to do before we go in with powder. I recently got a couple of shades in the Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint Blush Mousse. It's a long old name, but I will leave it in the description below. And I have Nude Tude and Almost Famous. I'll pop them both on the back of my hand. So Almost Famous and Nude Tude. And let's see what they look like mixed together. So that's what they look like mixed together on the bottom there. Really nice. Actually looks a lot like this Powder Puff lippy that I was also thinking of wearing today. It's almost like an exact shade match, which is great. But I think because the eyes have come out a little bit more purple, we're gonna pop the Nude Tude shade on. I've really been enjoying these recently. They're just so lovely to blend out. They leave a gorgeous wash of color on the cheeks. They're not too intense, they're not too subtle, they're just really lovely. And I'm just gonna pop 3 dots there, 3 dots here. And I'm gonna go in with a blush brush and just blend that in. They don't dry down too quickly, so you do have time to work with them. They're just gorgeous. They look so wonderful. They're easy to work with. Would thoroughly recommend these. They are great. Next, I have a liquid highlighter. This is the Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator in the shade 02 Gleam. And I didn't really like the undertone of the lighter shade, but this is definitely too dark for me. We're gonna put it on anyway, but with a light hand. And take a clean finger blend that in. Okay, so it does blend in really nicely. It's just obviously the undercolor is too dark for me. And maybe I will get it in my correct shade, because it does look quite nice. It's not as intense as I thought it would be. I'm trying to blend it down into the blush so that it's not so obvious. Did blend out very nicely, but I'm not sure about it, not just because it isn't my correct shade. It's not my favorite liquid highlighter I've ever tried, but it's not bad. Now that we've got all of my cream products on, I think we should go in with powder. I have 2 different powders. I have the Can't Stop Won't Stop setting powder in the shade Light, and then I also have the #NoFilter finishing powder in the shade Porcelain. And I think what I'm going to do is just pop a little bit of Can't Stop Won't Stop under the eyes and then use this on the rest of my face. And I actually haven't used this one before, so I'm quite excited to try it out. So that's Can't Stop Won't Stop under the eyes. You can see that it has blurred. It's not my favorite powder that I own. I think that it can be just like a tad drying, but if you don't use too much, it can look very nice on the skin. Let's give this No Filter one a go. You can see where the highlighter was. It hasn't gotten rid of that glow, which is nice. So it is kind of a lightweight powder, which I enjoy. Nice, I really like that actually. Yeah, I like that. I like that powder. Next, I have the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Light, and this again is something that I haven't tried before. This is new to me, but I've heard good things about this one, so fingers crossed it lives up to expectations if I can ever get into it. Okay, so it looks like on the inside. It's a really nice color. It's not too orange, which I appreciate. Just a nice bronzer. Yeah, I like that. It doesn't go on too intensely, which I really appreciate, but it builds up nicely. Yeah, that's nice. A couple of new winners, I think. Because we've lost a bit of that blush, I'm just going to put a tiny bit more on, and hopefully it goes on top of powder okay. Nice. Okay, let's put some lips on. I've got a few lip products from NYX. I've got a couple of the Powder Puff Lippies, which are really, really nice. That's the color I just showed you, which is in Teacher's Pet, and this one is Best Buds. This is more of like a mauvey sort of color. Actually, it's more of a pinky color, but that one is really nice. And I have a lot of butter glosses. A lot of butter glosses. Really love this formula, and they smell amazing. But I think what I'm gonna go for today is a lip liner just all over the lips, because I think it's gonna go better with this blush color. And this is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural. This. And I think we're gonna do that with the NYX lingerie gloss on top, just to give it a bit of a shine. So that is Natural all over the lips. These are a bit more of a drier formula, but I'm going to put a gloss on top of this, so I don't really mind that, and it is such a lovely natural lip color for me, and I do actually wear this with a lip gloss quite often during the day. I'm going to put the NYX lingerie gloss on top, and then I'm going to put on some setting spray and mascara, and I think we are done. I'm going to put on the NYX Bear With Me setting spray because I don't want to mattify or add any more dew. I just kind of want something that's going to set everything in place. Really love this. This is so good. And I'm putting this on before mascara because I have made that mistake before, and you spray it on, it wets the mascara, gets all under your under eye, and you destroy everything. So we're going to leave that to dry for just a second. Okay, so final step is mascara, and I'm going to be using the NYX On The Rise Volume Lift Mascara. I again used this in my last video, and I really, really liked it. It's definitely held up over time. I have been using it quite often and really been enjoying it. Okay, so this is the final look. I really, really love it, actually. I was very pleasantly surprised by this palette. I thought it was so much fun. It's definitely pushed me to do something a bit different. I know this isn't crazy for everyone, but this is a little bit crazy for me. I have a lot of favorites from NYX. I really love this Bear With Me spray. I really love their lip products. These Sweet Cheeks have been a recent favorite. This Lift Scar has been a recent favorite. I think the only thing that I wasn't completely enamored by today was this Born to Glow Liquid Illuminator, but I'm gonna give it another go. And if I do find that I'm enjoying the formula, I might get it in the lighter shade. And the Can't Stop Won't Stop powder, as I said, is all right. I think that for the type of makeup that I like to do, it's maybe a little bit too much, but I love NYX, what can I say? So that is everything from me today. If you liked this video, then please do give it a thumbs up. If you like me and you want to see more videos from me, then please do hit that subscribe button down below and hit the notification bell. I hope that you are having a great week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.